This is the fastest board in the world. Well, technically, you can build real life saving projects. Also, you can build radar systems to protect yourself from your dangerous girlfriend at small levels. You see, even after being the part of underrated boards, this board has the fastest clock speed as well as so many GPIO pins that even your crush doesn't have this much of functionality. Oops. But as the books say, for something you have to get, you have to leave something behind. So same goes for this microcontroller. This has so many pros but a little cons. Let's discuss this in this video. You can skip through the video chapters in the timeline of the video if you want to save some time. So obviously, after keeping so much of suspense for the audience retention, this is the Teensy 4.1 microcontroller board. This is a microcontroller development board used in IoT projects and advanced real-life fun projects and much more. Kind of small computer, right? But what now? ChatGPT could have said that. What did I do? But in this video, I'm going to show you that everything that ChatGPT couldn't. Not so soon, AI. Use of this development board in my projects in comparison to these. But first, I want to thank you guys for showing a lovely and crazy response on some of my videos and appreciating me in the comment section. The love you show me, guys, is crazy. And I want to tell you that some of my projects are in the development phase and I will be posting them on this YouTube channel very soon. I'm documenting all of my projects and maybe will help me someday for the job. Well, I don't want to do the job. Okay, so talking about the form factor of this board, the Teensy 4.1 has a sleek design with the highest number of GPIO pins, that is 55, and also comes with a 1 GHz clock speed microcontroller chip on board. Isn't it crazy? I mean, it's a total beast. Comes with a micro USB port for power delivery and code uploading, but you don't use that port for power delivery. I mean, it's not the OG way, just do it with the GND and 3v3 pin. And then talking about the sleek form factor of this board can easily handle external BJTs with free pins not soldered on the back of the board, and this has so many pins that are not soldered on this board. Looks like a Raspberry Pi Pico from far, just like a girl looks beautiful from far, and when you come close to her. I might get banged for this. Don't ban me, please. And one feature about this microcontroller board that I totally love is that it has a standing out feature that other boards don't even have. This has onboard SD card slot that you won't need any SD card reader external for your projects. I mean, it's kind of really crazy that how thin and sleek this board is. Comes with a lot of functionalities and has a total beast chip on this board. Also, you won't consider the Arduino again after buying this board or even seeing this video. It has a limit to store data, although it's 64 gigabytes, but somewhere I read that it's 120 gigabytes. But you won't be needing that much of memory for your projects. Are you going to? What are you building? The internet says that this board doesn't have any limit to store data, but unfortunately it does have a limit. Even your girlfriend has a limit. Then moving to the next part of the video, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to use this microcontroller development board in my future projects and how I have used this board. I've already been using many microcontroller boards, these ones, but not this one. I'm using all of the ESP32s and all of my Arduino boards in my projects, but I've never used this Teensy 4.1 in my projects ever. In the future, I'm obviously going to impressed by this beauty. Recently, I made a second version of my smart glasses Spectra, which is now called Anna, and I used this ESP32 38-pin development board for it. I can upload the code for that project in a separate video, or you can comment down and ask for the code. Just ask it. Now this ESP32 38-pin development board comes with built-in Bluetooth and Wi-Fi functionalities. Also comes with a Type-C port. Now this has some competition to the Teensy 4.1 that this beauty doesn't have. This beauty, you know what I'm talking about. The ESP32 38-pin development board having the built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth capabilities doesn't require external Bluetooth and Wi-Fi modules for your projects. Saves a lot of storage, in your projects. Now this ESP32 38-pin development board has a 240 MHz of clock speed of microcontroller chip that is still pretty fast than that of this ugly piece. I won't say this ugly piece, 1 out of 10. Even though the ESP32 38-pin development board have a 240 MHz of clock speed, but still in some of your projects where you need a faster response time and quicker calculations, you might need a faster board, a little more faster. That is just 5 times that of this board, which is the Teensy 4.1. Now the Teensy 4.1 is 5 times faster than that of the ESP32 38-pin development board. Now you can compare how fast it is actually. I've made a chat bot that is offline, which can answer some of your questions, not all, like your girlfriend, and it was quite slow because it needs quicker calculations and response time. So that's why I'm going to switch to this board, which is the Teensy 4.1. Now I need some suggestions from you in the comment box that should I be making a video, dedicated video on comparing these two boards? Let me know in the comment section. Because I was facing the slower response time and slower calculations in the ESP32 board, I'm going to switch to this one for the chatbot project, I guess. Now if we compare the Teensy 4.1 and the ESP32 and the other boards like the Arduino Nano and the ESP32 C3 Mini, if we multiply the speed of the Arduino Nano by 10 times and then add the speed of the C3 and then also add the speed of the 38-pin ESP, then also the result will be smaller than that of the Teensy board, and that's not even up to the full potential. It's like a 10 on 10 baddie in a microcontroller body that doesn't make your life tough. With the 600 MHz Cortex M7 processor in our engineering community and industrial product development use, the Teensy 4.1 is a big player, but also a hidden in many places. The Teensy 4.1 is used in prototyping projects as well as products, building in manufacturing, also can be used in robotics, automation, music industry, music instruments, as well as audio processing because it has a SD card slot on board. Also on the wearable devices where it will need a heavy calculation and the LiDAR systems, this board is a big player. Plus, many startup and R&D firms use this board already in their work. Also, I'm not taking specific company names which uses this board for obvious reasons. Now talking about the second love of my life, my projects. So far, my upcoming projects lineup, I have few ideas in mind like drone, but mine is different, like every boy says about his girl. In my drone, I will be adding MLX 906 410 sensor for thermal imaging capture, and that will make it a superhero drone, I guess. Also, I'm trying to make that drone modular so that the drone can move as a car as well as a drone. Then moving forward, I have a project in mind that will blow your mind, might be the electric web tasers. Lastly, I've been thinking of building a real life Iron Man helmet that obviously will be different, and if you think that I can build something more crazier for my CV, please drop a comment and let me know what you guys think about my future, and I will steal it like the big fours do. Just kidding. Please don't sue me. Now, after having so much of obsession with this microcontroller board, I'm talking about the one con that might kill your decision to buy this board. Yes, obviously, the price factor. Now, I was gifted this board by my professor in my college. Obviously, after showing my projects, he was really impressed. But when I thought of buying this board from myself, then the price factor killed it. Then this board costs almost $25 or 21 pounds, which is quite crazy price for a development board. I wouldn't pay that much, but still it is very cheap in compared to other boards, the features and the functionality it's giving. I've seen the Arduino R4 board that cost almost this much of price, but still giving no functionality like this one. So if you're privileged enough, you can burn your money on this baddie, but don't burn your money on that baddie. Pro tip. That's it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed my lame jokes and my bad comedy, then giving it a like. If you want, you can listen to whatever I say against your girlfriend, or you don't even have one. Consider subscribing my channel and pushing that bell notification on. Alright, enough begging for like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. My college exams are approaching.